Good morning, Kaylee. I'm absolutely delighted to introduce you. Kaylee Wong is the student counsellor for the UK based in Malaysia. And this morning I'm going to be chatting to Kaylee about IDP's new Student 360 initiative. So Kaylee, the first question I'd like to ask you is around what Student 360 is, and what the recommendation engine is, and how you as a counsellor can help it to enrich the conversations that you have with prospective students.
Hi everyone. So the recommendation engine is actually like a search engine for the programs and universities that we IDP represent. It's a very convenient tool for you to navigate through so many programs available in so many universities. And the Student 360 is a tool that I would say help counselors to get a summary, a better idea about the application process of the student and the application status throughout the whole journey. And I particularly like the recommendation engine because it's really convenient when I'm at the stage of exploring options with students. I managed to get information such as which universities provide what courses and how much is the tuition fees, what are the available intakes, almost immediately in a few clicks, and I get all the info that I need. And before the recommendation engine exists, actually, we have to Google through so many pages, and I will also look up to our IDP course search website that we have, but it really will take a few more moments and longer waiting time for students. Potentially, I felt like it made me look like I may not be professional enough because of the longer waiting time, but the fact is, I just don't want to risk giving the wrong information to students. So the recommendation engine really helped a lot.
Excellent. So it gives you the key information that you need at your fingertips.
Yes, correct.
Okay, brilliant. As a counsellor, how do you build trust with students?
All right. My very first principle is to always be careful with what you say, how you convey a message, and the accuracy of the information that you give. I would say never give ambiguous or misleading messages to students. Personally, what I do is I always make sure students are aware of our roles in the first place when we contact the leads. I try my best to think in their perspectives as well. And whenever we're dealing with personal documents or money or really sensitive things, issues like that, I will make sure they are comfortable to do so and are confident about what they are doing. For example, for applications, we normally will ask for personal documents like passport from the students. And every time when I make such request, I will clarify why I need it, exactly who need it, and I always make suggestion like, oh, you can draw 2 lines across the passport before sending it to me. It's for safety purpose. It's actually a very small gesture, but I believe it's enough to demonstrate integrity and instill some level of trust in the students. I believe this will make them feel more comfortable to use our service and dealing with us.
And with Student 360, I would imagine you've got a fuller picture of the student. And so by the time you're able to counsel the student, you have a better idea of who the student is and what their interests are. And through that, are you able to build more trust through Student 360?
Yes, through the function available on Student 360 is very similar to the function that students can find in our IDP Live App. So whenever students meet some courses, they found out some courses that look appealing to them, they can favorite it in the IDP Live App. And then we can see the updates immediately on Student 360. So from there, I know what programs students like, and I can make appropriate suggestion to them. And it's from that point, students think we really care for them and they think we understand them. So I think that's also one of the key points how we build trust with students.
I can imagine. Why is it important to match students to an institution that meets their needs?
There can be so many reasons why students come for our service. And I believe one of them is students are feeling overwhelmed with whatever is available. It's absolutely the first thing to uphold. Eventually, the destination is going to be a place where students will live for another 3 or 4 years, most possibly without their families as well. And plus, I think it's one of the turning points in students' lives, which is very likely to determine how their lives would turn out to be. It's not definitely, but the probability is there. So we have to be cautious. It's like we are making life decisions for them, like we are guiding them. So I think it's very important to match them to an institution that meet their needs. We don't want students to feel like they made a wrong decision in any points of their life, because we care for them. At the same time, we as a corporate, we want to maintain our reputation about how good our service is. And we want students to know that every service is tailored to their needs. So in the end, if the students' needs are met, they will be happy. And at the same time, we earn the good reviews. And then from there, we will earn more potential service users in the future.
Great. I think that's a win-win. And you know, for you as a student counsellor, it's a lot of responsibility, because you are responsible to a degree for someone's future. And I'd imagine with the technology that's now available to you that helps you to understand a student's needs better, you're able to do that, to take that responsibility and make the most of it even more.
Yes, correct.
I think on that note, I'd like to ask about how does the artificial intelligence technology help you to guide students to best fit institutions, and how does it enhance the student experience?
Okay, I really want to give credit to whoever created the recommendation engine, because I can't recommend it more enough, because it doesn't only provide information in a general search. You can actually add filters such as tuition fee range, a budget, and ranking. From there, it will filter out programs which do not meet the students' needs, showing only those which are most suitable for the students. And this saves a lot of time. Before the recommendation existed, I had to go on to different websites to check out the fees, rankings, intakes, and it always turned out to be like, oh, not this one, maybe let's look for another page. Maybe it's not this website, it's the other websites. And the process is really long and tiring. And it's my job, I don't mind it, but for students, the waiting time is way too long. And then now we have this tool. The situation has totally changed. And I'm really delighted that it's also available to the students in the IDP Live App. And I can see my students are happy because of the convenience. And this is really so one of a kind. I'm really happy that we catch up with the digital trends and students are happy as well. The process of research and exploring is really easily done on the student's smartphone. So I would say the experience is absolutely elevated, and students are really happy about it.
It sounds like it's consolidating all of the important information, not only for you, but also for the students.
Yes.
Okay, so my next question is about how you as a counsellor fit into IDP's full funnel support for students, starting from their initial research all the way through to enrollment. What is your role within that full funnel support?
Personally, my way of work, I try to help as much as what I'm capable of. Apart from the professional service that we provide, that we trained to provide before students start their studies in their destination, I also keep in touch with my students after they are in the university. Previously, I studied in the UK as well, so I'm experienced with living in the UK. They would text me whenever they need small bits of information, like what are the supermarkets available in the UK, where can I get duvets and pillows, all of the really trivial questions, but if I'm able to help, I wouldn't say no. I think this really aligns with the IDP values of community and caring. Sometimes I think it's not just we telling them what to do. When we build up the trust, some of my students would actually come to me with questions like, do you think should I do this? Is it wise to do that? What's your opinion on something? And from here, I can say we really have the trust between us, and they respect my opinions. And I'm truly happy about it because I know they trust my service, they trust my views. And I think this is because of the professionalism that we demonstrate, and they truly feel how much we care genuinely for them and not just commercially. Yeah.
It's a real testament to your service, and it sounds like you are so much more than a student counsellor, but almost a sort of like a mentor and a friend.
Yes, correct. And I actually enjoy doing that.
I can imagine. That's wonderful. I think that leads on really well to my next question, which is about how the coming together of IDP's technology, so the recommendation engine and Student 360, and the human interaction element of counselling, how that the coming together of the technology and the human interaction, how that has actually improved the experience for the student.
I think one of the main elements of human interaction of counseling would be our customers, our students, they want to feel they are cared for. They want to feel they are prioritized. And with the recommendation engine and Student 360, like for example, like the Student 360, they provide a summary of the whole application process of the student, and it's so detailed and it's so accurate. Whenever students submitted an application or whenever they receive an offer, we as a counselor are always the first ones to know about it, and we will convey the message, pass the message to students so immediately. And they can also view it from the IDP Live App. I think it's from here that they feel like they are cared for, they are prioritized, like they get the priority service. So it's like we make them feel like VIP. So I think that's the perk of IDP's latest technology. It's really useful and it's working, and the efficacy can be seen from the student satisfaction. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think the two work so well together. It's not one or the other. They have to work together, and I think that's what then creates a seamless, much more efficient and trustworthy service for a student.
Yeah, and they are really impressed by us. I would say in this industry, we are really one of a kind who are using this kind of technology at the moment.
Okay, that brings me to two more questions. What are the most important ingredients for counselling students successfully from your experience?
I would say it's accuracy, confidence, and care. I always provide and handle information with the utmost accuracy. I think this is really important. We cannot give wrong information to students. We can also not entering wrong information details on students' applications. And then the second thing is talk to your students confidently, because you know you are professional and you want your students to know that you are professional. I know some people might not feel so. If you don't feel so at the start of your career, I would say improve yourself with as much product knowledge as possible. Make good use of the IDP Learning Hub and Content Hub. Sign up for courses through LinkedIn, which is available via IDP as well. And the last thing is care for your students genuinely and think in their perspectives. I know it's our job and sometimes we may think commercially, but this is a human interaction counseling. It really involves elements like care and feelings that kind of, So I would say care for the students generally, be a mentor to them, not just an agent or counselor to them. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, no wonder your students love you so much.
Thanks.
And then my final question is about the IDP Live app and how you think the app complements and supports your role as a counsellor.
I would say it's like a little assistant to me. We deal with so many leads and applicants every month throughout the financial year, throughout the academic year. Before the IDP Live App, the Study Abroad app exists, we have to update our students on their application status one by one via the communication tools that we have, for example, like WhatsApp, WeChat, and it really takes time. And because we have so many applicants and this takes time, so some of them will feel like, why you take so long to reply to my message? Why it takes so long to give me updates about my application status? Yeah, things like that. And they might not feel prioritized, like what I mentioned just now. Our customers, our students, they want to feel, each one of them want to feel prioritized. And I think by using this Study Abroad app, we make this come true, because from the Study Abroad app, they can check the application status immediately as soon as you change the status on the C4C Student 360. The changes are simultaneously. So they can just check from the app. So they don't have to be waiting for your message about their latest status. So I would say this is really a good existing tool for me and really support me so much. Another thing is the Study Abroad app also provides so much information about studying in the UK, in Ireland, in all of the destinations that we have. And from there, students can browse the information that is available in the app. Whenever, like during weekends, we don't work, right? But students can still get information from the app during weekends. So it's really helpful, it's really useful. Yeah.
It sounds like all of this technology that we've spoken about this morning is really helping you to save time, essentially.
Yes.
And
yes.
And what that allows you to do is really focus on nurturing the students' needs and spending more time on the things, you know, those really important actions. So I'm sure it's enhancing your experience and the students' experience.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kaylee. It was a pleasure to talk to you and learning all about all these fantastic new technologies and also the way you build trust with your students and that you're able to create such a wonderful community. So thank you for your time, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you, you too.